afternoon.
Hutchins.
Buzztown Radio. Buzztown Radio. Buzztown Radio.
Good afternoon, welcome along to Soul on Saturday here on Buzztown Radio. I'm Bob Hutchins, I'll be with you until 4 o'clock this afternoon, playing a great mix of across-the-board soul. Yes, Northern Soul, Motown, some regular soul, some 70s soul, bit of everything really, just to get you in the mood. Well, what a miserable day. Having said that, we do need some rain, don't we? The garden's looking rather bare and brown at the moment, so just a shame it happens at the weekends or when you're off, isn't it? And but still humid though. Looking at my weather machine in the studio here, and inside it's 78% humidity. Yes. That's rather uncomfortable, I must admit. Shall we get going with the show though? We're going to kick off this week with Kelly Brothers, Hanging in There. Getting us underway this afternoon, the Kelly Brothers and Hanging in There, released on Sims Records in 1967, composed by Robert Kelly and Rufus Croom. The session was recorded at Memphis with Willie Mitchell and the High Battle Band. Also released nationally on Excerpts Records in June of that year. This is Buzztown Radio, I'm Bob Hutchins, welcome along to Soul on Saturday. Here's 4J's featuring Junior Pope, Love My Love. That was the 4J's here on Buzztown Radio, featuring Junior Pope and Love My Love, an A-side on Congress Records from September 1969, composed by Bob Finnis, who also produced it. I'd like to say good afternoon to listeners also on Keep the Faith Internet Radio. Good afternoon to Sue O'Brien over in Kettering.
Bob Hutchins, Soul on Saturday. Great soul music live on Buzztown Radio. Buzztown Radio, Buzztown Radio, Buzztown Radio.
Otis Redding for you now. You're the one and only man. Yeah, what a fabulous tune from the Stack stable. That was Otis Redding, You're One and Only Man, which was the B-side to Chained and Bound, released on the Vault subsidiary, 15th of September 1964, produced by Steve Cropper and composed by Otis Redding himself. Yeah, what an absolute classic tune. Now to we'll play requests. Would you like one?
Would you like a request played in hour 2? Email me here in the studio now, bob.buzztownradio@protonmail.com.
You've got mail.
This is McKinley Mitchell and My Sweet Baby. Can you believe that remained unreleased until 2017? A Kinley Mitchell here on Buzzdown with My Sweet Baby, released on Secret Stash Records on the 23rd of August 2017, composed by James Jones and Monk Higgins. All I know is that they were two previously unissued tracks from Wonderful Records. Don't know what year they were initially recorded in. Well. What an absolute find that one was, wasn't it? This is Buzzdown Radio, and you're listening to Soul on Saturday.
Buzztown Radio. On this day.
So on a Saturday on Buzzdown Radio, Soul on Saturday, we do a Born on This Day section in hour one, and then remember anyone that passed on in hour two. And last week we had two in each hour. This week we've just got the one in each hour, because born on this day, 19th of July 1941, American blues, jazz and R&B guitarist and bassist Phil Upchurch, who worked with artists such as Curtis Mayfield, Otis Rush, Jimmy Reed, Cat Stevens and David Sanborn. He also appeared on Michael Jackson's Off the Wall album. So, to celebrate his birthday, here is Phil Upchurch. It's Phil Upchurch Combo, to be precise, on this one, You Can't Sit Down, Part 1. That was Phil Upchurch Combo and You Can't Sit Down, Part 1, released on the Boyd record label in May of 1961, composed by Cornell Muldrow D. Clark and Phil Upchurch himself, released on HMV here in the UK in July of 1961.
Buzzer done stubble in the surrounding villages. This is Buzztown Radio.
You're listening to Soul on Saturday.
Baby, you mean everything to me. From worrying, and I'm
Oh, what a brilliant R&B chart. That was Billy Gales, who was the original lead singer with the Ike Turner Band. That was called I'm Hurting, an A-side on the Shock label from 1961, composed by Ike Turner.
hurting inside. From worrying, and I'm hurting inside.
It's Marilyn Powell, Please Go Away. There you go, a UK release here on Soul on Saturday. Marilyn Powell, Please Go Away. It was an A-side on Fontana Records from the 29th of January 65, released in the States in the May on Musical Records, composed by Barbara Ruskin. On your radio,
I'm Hutchins on Buzztown Radio.
Get ready to dance. Here's our modern room twosome.
starting with Barbara Mason and the Futures, Make It Last. Buzzdown Radio, that's Barbara Mason and the Futures and Make It Last. The B-side to We Got Each Other came out on the Buddha imprint in July 1975, composed by Jerry Akins, Jimmy Bishop, Johnny Bellman and Richard Turner, along with Victor Drayton. You're listening to Soul on Saturday. I'm Bob Hutchins, good afternoon. Here's Tyrone Thomas, You're Hardly Gone. That was our second tune from the Modern Room, Tyrone Thomas and You're Hardly Gone. The B-side to No Good Man came out on Polydor Records in the States on the 27th of October 1980, produced and composed by the artist himself using his full name of William Tyrone Thomas. You're listening to Here's Maurice McAllister. This is Baby Hang On. Maurice McAllister, formerly of the Radiance, it says on the label. Baby Hang On, released on Chess Records, January 67. Produced and composed by Maurice McAllister and Leonard Caston. Wasn't an original issue of that, but it came out in 2018 by Chess as part of the Chess Northern Soul box set. This is Buzztown Radio. Bobby Wisdom next. Handwriting on the Wall. Bobby Wisdom and Handwriting on the Wall, an A-side from Out of Sight Records from 1966, produced by Anthony Renfro, arranged by Bobby Wisdom himself, and composed by Delmer Lilburn. Nice little bit of blue-eyed soul here on Buzztown Radio.
Great soul every Saturday on Buzztown Radio. Ain't no place like Motown. Listen while we play.
Two tunes from the Motown stable, starting with this one from Brenda Holloway, You Are My Chosen One. That was Brenda Holloway and You Are My Chosen One, disc 2, track 12, from a CD called Spellbound, Rare and Unreleased Motown Gems, and well, that was released here in the UK by Soul Music on the 18th of August 2017, composed by Frank Wilson, Vance Wilson and Ruth Tomage. Buzztown Radio, this is Linda Griner. Goodbye, Cruel World. Linda Griner and Goodbye, Cruel Love. The Americans, well at Motown anyway, they always spell goodbye without the E on the end. Released 25th of January 1963 on the Motown label, produced and composed by Smokey Robinson, copyrighted on the 28th of January. Billboard reviewed it on 9th of February on page 38. You're listening to
Bob Hutchins on Buzztown Radio.
Yeah, welcome along if you've just tuned in. Here's the Star Tones, Loving You Baby. Buzztown Radio, that was the Star Tones and Loving You Baby. Released on Billy Fran Records in 1965, produced by Gene Hensley and composed by Harry King. You're tuned in to Soul on Saturday, welcome along. Just slow it down a little now, here's Patty Drew, working on a groovy thing. Yeah, what a beautiful record that one is. Patty Drew working on a groovy thing, released by Capitol Records in May of 1968, composed by Neil Sedaka and Roger Akins. UK issue on Capitol was on the 30th of August 1968.
Bob Hutchins, Soul on Saturday. Great soul music live on Buzztown Radio. Buzztown Radio, Buzztown Radio, Buzztown Radio.
Well, Well, as we approach 2:45 on a Saturday afternoon, let's run through the weather that we can expect, because as I look out the window, the sun is trying to poke its head out. Yes, 3 o'clock they said the sun would shine, but it'll still remain partly cloudy. So top temperature this afternoon at 21 degrees, wind coming from west-southwest at 5 miles per hour with maximum gust speeds of 10 until we get to a little bit later tonight when it picks up a little to 13. The UV is medium, pollution is low, pollen is medium. Yellow weather warning though still in place. Overnight it's going to be cloudy but dry with a top temperature very muggy of 17 degrees centigrade, and it'll drop to 16 before picking up to 17 again by 7 o'clock in the morning. Sunday you can expect sunshine and showers, although in the morning it will be cloudy with rain. By 10 o'clock the sun comes out, but you can expect showers right through until 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Highs of 24 and wind changing direction to south-southeast around about 12-13 miles per hour, and you can expect gusts of 28 miles per hour. That's your weather here on Buzztown Radio. Here's Jesse Slaughter and I Had a Dream. Jesse Slaughter, I Had a Dream, B-side to How Does It Make You Feel? Came out on Les Stan Records round about 1969, produced by Paul Kelly, who co-composed it with Jesse Slaughter. I'll tell you who Jesse is, I can't find any information about him. Now an artist I really do like, and a record I like. It's Gloria Jones, Heartbeat, Part 1. This is Buzztown Radio. Yeah, an unusually long record for its time, over 4 minutes long. Gloria Jones, Heartbeat, Part 1 came out on Uptown Records initially in September 1965 and then was released nationally on Capitol Records. Arranged by Lincoln Mayorga, it was produced and composed by Ed Cobb. Billboard and Record World both reviewed it on the 25th of September. The UK edition came out on Capitol 14th of January the following year. You're listening to
This is Buzztown Radio. Late and Buzz at Dunstable and the surrounding villages. This is Buzztown Radio.
This is the Jokers with Soul Sound. Nothing jokey about this one, I can tell you. Yeah, Sandra Phillips on Buzztown Radio and I Wish I Had Known, which was the B-side Hoping You'll Come Back, released by OK Records, April of 1968, composed by Bobby Eaton, Fred Bridges and Richard Knight, produced by Mike Terry. Just one more record to come in hour 1.
I'm Hutchins on Buzztown Radio.
Billy Butler to finish the hour. Help yourself.
Just help yourself.
Bringing Soul on Saturday, hour 1 to a close. Billy Butler and Help Yourself, released by Brunswick Records in November 1966. Composed by Billy himself along with John Jones. Record World reviewed it 3rd of December and Billboard on the 17th of December on page 16 as part of their chart spotlights.
The current time is 3 p.m.
Buzztown Radio. Buzztown Radio. It's coming alive. Buzztown Radio. Buzztown Radio. It's coming alive. Buzztown Radio.
Bob Hutchins on Buzztown Radio.
Welcome back to hour 2. going to start with the Embers. Where did I go wrong? That was the Embers on the buzz down there with Where Did I Go Wrong, which was the B-side to You Got What You Got, released by Atlantic Records in April 1969. And producer was the Embers themselves, and it was arranged and composed by Jackie Gore.
Would you like a request played in hour 2? Email me here in the studio now. bobh.buzztownradio@protonmail.com.
You've got mail.
And we've got our first request of the afternoon coming up next. This one's going out to Steve and Soulful Sue over in Kettering. They've got a very busy evening today because it's a surprise birthday party for DJ legend on the Northern Soul scene, Marco Martinelli, who turned 70 back in May, I think. It's his party. I was hoping to attend it myself. Unfortunately, I didn't cope too well last weekend up in Llandudno. So while this sort of warmer weather's about, I'm just going to sort of not do quite so much, but my thoughts will be with them tonight. It's going to be an absolute fabulous do over in Kettering. So for Steve and Sue, I think you'll like this one I've chosen for you. It's the Al Foster Band and The Night of the Wolf, Part 1. Al Foster Band and The Night of the Wolf, Part 1, going out to Sue and Steve O'Brien in Kettering. Released on Roulette Records in January 1965. Composed by Ivano Alberto Fossati. This is Buzztown Radio. You're listening to Soul on Saturday with me, Bob Hutchins. Welcome along. Got a bit of horsing around now. This is Johnny Jones and the King Casuals. Well, I don't always play the obvious. That was Johnny Jones and the King Casuals and Horsing Around, which was the B-side to the better known Purple Haze, released on Brunswick Records in October 1968, composed by Johnny Jones and William Bell of Stax Records fame. Yes, Sammy Lee, It Hurts Me. Judy Clay, You Can't Run Away From Your Heart, an A-side release on Stax Records from the 3rd of August 1967, produced and composed by Isaac Hayes and David Porter. Billboard and Cashbox, well, Billboard reviewed it 19th of August, Cashbox on the 26th, and the UK issue on Stax was in October of 1967.
Bob Hutchins on Buzztown Radio.
This is Johnny Dynamite and The Night the Angels Cried. Johnny Dynamite, The Night the Angels Cried on Minaret Records, September 1969. Here's the Intruders on Buzztown all the time. Yeah, the Intruders as we go back to 1966. All the Time was the B-side to Gonna Be Strong on the XL record label from February 1966, produced and composed by Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff. Two masters of the Philly sound, of course, in the 70s.
Buzztown Radio.
Get ready to dance. Here's our modern room twosome.
This is Junior Tucker from 1983, Take a Message, in brackets, From My Body. Junior Tucker for you there. If it's, Take a Message, in brackets, From My Body. B-side to If It's Love You're After. Came out on the Geffen record label September 1983. Produced by Ray Parker Jr. and composed by Charlie Roberts. I do believe it is the Leslie Tucker that started life as a reggae singer in Jamaica. This is Buzztown Radio. Here's Channel 3, The Sweetest Thing. Channel 3 for you there on Dakar Records, Sweetest Thing, A-side from March 1973, arranged by William Sanders, directed by Willie Henderson, produced by Carl Davis, and composed by Jerome Johnson, Leonard Mitchell, Robert Thomas, Larry Blaine Gain, composed by the band members collectively. Welcome to Soul on Saturday. Here's Jerry Butler, the Iceman. This is called Lost. Jerry Butler here on Buzztown Radio with Lost, which was an A-side release on Mercury Records. Came out in December 1967. Arranged by Joe Renzetti, it was produced by Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff, and the pair of them composed it with Jerry Butler himself. Billboard magazine reviewed it 9th of December, and it entered Billboard's Hot 100 on the 30th of December and reached number 62, reached number 15 on the Billboard R&B chart. Both sides of that record, the B-side was called You Don't Know What You Got Until You Lose It, were recorded at Bell Sound Studios in New York City. Now, Jerry Butler actually recorded two different tunes called Lost, the first of which was released on Abner Records in 1959. Yes, a totally different song to that one, of course. And of course, we sadly lost Jerry on the 20th of February of this year. This is Buzztown Radio. You're listening to Soul on Saturday. Welcome along. I'm Bob Hutchins. Here's Randolph Walker. I love her more. Walker on Shout Records, I Love Her More, an A-side from March of 1969, produced by Bill Haney and composed by Randolph Walker himself. UK issue was released 2 years later on J-Boy Records on the 17th of September 1971. You're listening to...
This is Buzztown Radio.
Two tunes now from the Motown stable, starting with Jimmy Ruffin, Heart. The first of two tunes from Motown on Buzztown Radio, Jimmy Ruffin and Heart. B-side to Don't Feel Sorry For Me came out on their Miracle record label, one of their early labels, on the 31st of January 1961, produced by Miss Ray, who was Rayno McGordy, and composed by Jimmy Ruffin himself. Good afternoon to Johnny Murph, owner of the station, and his colleagues at the photo shop in Milton Keynes. They got quite a busy day. Martha Reeves and the Vandellas now on this one from 1970, Won't It Be So Wonderful. Martha Reeves and the Vandellas with Won't It Be So Wonderful. It was track 4 on the B-side of their album Natural Resources, released by Gordy Records in September of 1970, composed by Nick Ashford and Valerie Simpson. Billboard reviewed it 19th of September, and the UK edition, Tamala Motown, November 1970. On your radio?
Buzztown Radio.
Welcome along to Soul on Saturday. It's 20 to 4. This is Sonny Moore, Erase and Replace. Sonny Moore with his own composition called Erase and Replace here on Buzzdown, released on Mercury Records in July 1967, produced by Morty Craft, copyrighted on the 12th of September. Betty Swan, Don't Touch Me, Buzztown Radio. Oh, her voice does something to me. Betty Swan and Don't Touch Me, an A-side on Capitol Records from January 1969, composed by Hank Cochran, released in the UK 28th of March 1969.
Soul every Saturday on Buzztown Radio.
So on Saturday, this is June Bride, The Reflections. Buzztown Radio with the soulful sounds of The Reflections there. And that was called June Bride, B-side Out of the Picture on Golden World Records from July 1965, composed by Bob Hamilton, Freddie Gorman, Jackson Bratton and Richard Popcorn Wiley. Next on Buzztown, Lee David, Temptation is Calling My Name. Now, Lee David and Temptation is Calling My Name, A-side on Columbia Records from the 8th of May 1967, produced by Sherman and Akan Associates along with Jimmy Briggs, who also composed it and co-arranged it with Gary Sherman. Cashbox reviewed it on page 30, 3rd of June 1967. This is
Bob Hutchins, Soul on Saturday, great soul music live on Buzztown Radio, Buzztown Radio, Buzztown Radio, Buzztown Radio.
10 to 4 on Buzztown. Here's the Royalettes, Out of Sight, Out of Mind. Yeah, great soul music to get you buzzing on Buzztown Radio. The Royalettes, Out of Sight, Out of Mind, B-side on MGM Records in June 1965, arranged and produced by Teddy Randazzo, who co-composed it with Bobby Weinstein. The UK issue, 20th of August 65 on the same label. This is Jimmy and the Entertainers, New Girl.
Hutchins, bringing you the very best in soul, northern soul and Motown.
Yeah, Jimmy and the Entertainers and New Girl on Toplingtown Records from June 1966, produced by Russ Festi and Jim Vertico and composed by Kenneth Williams, or Matron. You're listening to
Buzztown Radio. Buzztown Radio. Buzztown Radio.
This is the Invictus, New Babe, in brackets, Since I Found You. That was a group called Invictus and New Babe, Since I Found You, which was an A-side on Rama Rama Records from March of 1969. Arranged by Ruth Holmes, it was produced by Charles Carter and composed by Frank Hill. Record World reviewed it 8th of March, Cashbox on the 15th of March 1969. Well, sadly, we've come to the end of another show. My thanks to everybody that's tuned in this afternoon. I'll be back next Saturday here on Buzztown Radio with 2 more hours of great soul music for you. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day and have a fabulous weekend and a great week ahead. I will be back as DJ Bobby H tonight at 8 o'clock with 4 hours of ska, rocksteady and reggae. So hopefully may see some of you there. Take care everyone. Bye for now.
Soul on Saturday was a Bob Hutchins radio production for Buzztown Radio.